We want to talk more about the retail trade and specifically money pouring into electric vehicle stocks like Tesla and Nikola. Two big calls on the former one this morning. Morgan Stanley downgrading Tesla now to underweight and lowering its price target to $650 a share. Goldman Sachs also downgrading Tesla to neutral, but it raised its 12-month price target to $950. The firm says it's still positive on Tesla's long-term outlook. Joining us right now for more is Bob Luntz. He is VLF Automotive CEO, former GM Vice Chairman, and of course, a Cnbc contributor. Our own Mike Santoli, Senior Markets Commentator, is with us. Bob, I can't imagine what you're going to say about Nikola, so I'll just give you the floor. What do you make of what's happened over the past couple of days with this stock?
Well, I don't know what's causing it, but Nikola has yet to produce a vehicle, and everything is built on future expectations, which, of course, is the story with a lot of EV stocks. If you're looking for a rational economic explanation of the valuation of Tesla or Nikola, there is nothing to be found. But what it is a form of a form of mass psychosis where enough people believe that the stock's going to go up. Everybody wants to own it. So it does go up, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And again, if you look at it rationally, future earnings, future profitability, et cetera, it makes no sense. But that's not how the market operates. The market operates on psychology, belief, expectations of a brilliant future. It's sizzle as opposed to steak. So can one explain the valuation rationally? No, one can't, but it is what it is.
Bob, just before I go to Mike, do you put Tesla now in that same category? Because you've been skeptical of Tesla throughout, and yet, you know, there is an argument to be made. They've done a remarkable job. You could question the valuation, I imagine, but go ahead.
Yeah, I fully admit that I was one of the Tesla skeptics when it looked like they were running out of cash and Elon Musk was behaving somewhat erratically. I didn't think the company had a chance, especially when they had to raise money when they were under federal or SEC investigation. I tried to do that once as a CEO, and I was told you can't. We're not going to let you raise capital while you're under investigation by the SEC. Somehow, you know, he managed to dodge that bullet, and I give him all the credit in the world. There's no question that Elon is brilliant. And like many brilliant people, he has some somewhat erratic sides, but it doesn't change the fact that he's brilliant. He's done a remarkable job. Tesla products have improved vastly in quality over the last 18 months. His design work is terrific. So they're good cars. The company appears to be stable. Electric vehicles are probably on a growth trend, but all of that does not explain a valuation like that compared to companies like General Motors, Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, and so forth. It's yes, many people were wrong about Tesla, myself included. Yes, they're doing a remarkable job with the vehicles. Yeah, they probably have a pretty good future, but no rational arguments can justify a valuation like that, except that everybody believes it's going to go up some more.
Mike, let me just ask you about what you think this represents in terms of the speculative activity that's being taking place in the market. We talked about some of the bankrupt companies that people seem to be speculating about. By the way, on like Nikola, what's the float in terms of, or even the percentage of, you think, retail versus institutions that have propped or pushed that stock up?
This looks like a real retail play thing. Obviously, there's going to be people who are on the institutional side who are believers, but above a $20 billion valuation almost instantly, mostly tells you that it's kind of enjoying a little bit of the glow from what Tesla did. And the fact that Tesla went all those years with people doubting it, Tesla didn't get to a $20 billion valuation until 3 years after it was public. That would have been in 2013 and went public in 2010. And all along the way, people rightly had some skepticism about whether they could do it. So they're giving Nikola credit, perhaps, for following a similar path. But I always find with stocks like this, where people believe in the long-term mission of the company, it's a rooting interest more than it is an evaluation of the business.
Right. Okay. Mike Santoli, want to thank you. Bob Luntz, thank you. It was a longer conversation. Come on back. We'll do it again. And we should mention, don't miss Trevor Milton, the founder of Nikola, on Fast Money Monday night. That's going to happen at 5 p.m. Eastern, and I know a lot of people are going to be watching. Becky.
I like how they chose the name Nikola. You know, it's Nikola Tesla. So they were like trolling Tesla when they chose the name. Love to hear more about that. When we come back, we've got some breaking data on import prices. Economists expecting a rebound from the drop in April. Stay tuned. You are watching Squawk Box right here on CNBC.
We've all got some miles to make up. Miles to the job site, the campsite, and anything else we set our sights on. So let's roll up our sleeves, because we've got miles to make up.
Go to Ram.com to shop and buy online, where you can get $6,300 in total values on the 2020 Ram 1500 plus these additional incentives.
It's only human to pursue the elusive, while also capturing the possibilities. Even something like CO2. Chevron has spent over $1 billion on carbon capture projects and is investing in startup companies working to transform carbon into new forms of energy to help address climate change.
Our retirement plan with Voya gives us confidence.
We can spend a bit now, knowing we're prepared for the future.
Surprise!
We renovated the guest room so you can live with us.
I'm good at my condo.
Well planned, well invested, well protected.
Voya, be confident to and through retirement.
I sent your new prescription to the pharmacy.
Any idea how much it will cost?
You have a choice. Insurance or GoodRx?
I have insurance.
Insurance is not what it used to be. People struggle to get their prescriptions covered, and prices keep rising. I recommend GoodRx. You get free coupons to save on your prescriptions. Compare prices to find the best discounts.
GoodRx. Smart.
Stop paying too much for your prescriptions. Download the free app today.
Malo is my French bulldog. He made my heart bigger when he came in my life. He never really liked his food. He wouldn't eat till like 10 o'clock at night. To me, he was saying, oh, I guess I don't want to starve. He was having skin breakouts, and putting the two and two together, what you put into your body is what you get out. I know that if I'm eating a bunch of processed food, I'm not going to feel good. That kind of led me to Farmer's Dog. Immediately, his skin issues went away. I love what they're doing. It's already portioned out. He's eating whole foods. It's amazing.
See the benefits of fresh food at betterforthem.com.
Welcome back to Squawk Box. Breaking news. It's Friday, the last trading day of the week after a wild Thursday. The May import prices, expected to be up 0.6%, are up 1%. So it certainly seems though the last couple of months, down 2.6, down 2.4, maybe in the rearview mirror on import prices. Now let's strip out petroleum. It's up 1/10. So we could see the difference of headline 1%, up 1/10 when you strip out petroleum. And on a year-over-year basis, they were down 6%. Now let's switch gears to export prices. Month over month expected up 0.5%, exactly as it arrived, up 0.5%, sequentially following a big down 3.3%. And on the year-over-year number, down 6%, which is the same as the import price year-over-year number. I guess the most amazing story, in my opinion, is we're hovering at, what, 144 right now in 30-year bonds, which means they're down 23 basis points on the week. 10s are down a similar amount. So we see that on the week, huge drops, and that's because last Friday, there was a jobs report that was rather powerful, and the lead into the jobs report not only buoyed, of course, stock prices, but it certainly pushed yields up intraday on a 10-year, for example, over the 90 basis point mark. So we definitely have lost some ground. As a matter of fact, maybe the most important thing to look at now is that 54 basis points is the all-time low yield close for a 10-year and 99 basis points for a 30-year bond. You can see that the differences between those points and where we're currently trading really underscores how certain parts of the yield curve, 30s to 10s, has really widened out over the last several months. Becky, back to you.
Hey, Rick, just asking, looking at this increase, sharper than expected increase in import prices, put that together with what we saw yesterday with the PPI. Do you worry about inflation at this point, or is this just something because of all the unusual activity and shutdowns that we've seen and maybe troubles in the supply chain to this point?
I think the latter is most definitely true, but I do think in the grander picture, the bigger picture, that ultimately the big growth in debt, the liquidity that's sloshing around, and especially how long it takes to get on the other side of the coronavirus, all those issues together.